Okay, there we go. I am so sorry for being off. Unfortunately, my charger had basically unhooked from my computer, and did not realize until later. So then my laptop died. So then I had to basically put it back on charge, and then in doing so, um, the stream quit, so now I have to wait. Hey, thank you so much for coming back. I missed some of the chats. The last thing that I saw was Zoe saying, "Hey, I'm like I said, I'm so sorry for being for um for being off." Like I said, I did not realize until later that my charger was not plugged up. Um, and so because I kept on hearing my laptop run, I was like, "Oh, it's running pretty hot right now." And so now I gotta wait for everybody to come back in. I should have looked. And so then that's what I was fixing. I was too late, and so I quit the other one. And now this one's gonna look weird because I can't use the same exact thumbnail as the last one. So it's just gonna show up as my face for some odd reason. I don't know why that's the case for Streamlabs. But anyways, we're back. Um, like I said, didn't miss much. Basically, I think the last thing that I said was they didn't get the fourth down conversion. 49ers get into scoring position. However, Moody does miss, so there's that too. But dadgummit, man, I'm really upset about that. So now I gotta wait for everybody to come back in. Let me see what it says on the YouTubes as far as streaming wise. Oh, I think I said this before. I don't know if you were in here, Dobie, yet or not. But the reason why it took a little bit for me to boot it back up is because when when my laptop went back online, for some odd reason, it thought it was December 31st, 2022. Don't know why, but I was like, okay, now I got to restart this thing because for some odd reason it decides, hey, it's 2 years ago for some odd reason. So yeah. Hey Zoe, like I said, unfortunately, like I said, very sorry about my whole laptop just quitting on me. But it is an old laptop, so I have to continuously have it on charge at all times, or else it's going to die very quickly. Like I said, it's old laptop. But yeah, so thankfully I finally gotten it back together, and I can't restore anything, so I'll just go off of Chrome. That'll be fine. Now we're back, so we're good. But yeah, so literally my phone died too. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Okay, so I think everybody's back. I think so. Like I said, very sorry for being off. Um, and like I told Adobe, literally, I had this happen. I think it was the Halloween game. Like for some reason with Streamlabs, if the first one messes up, you can't use the same exact thumbnail as last time. So basically, for this part two, basically the second half, it'll just show my face, like my profile picture, as a thumbnail. Don't know why it does that, but oh well, that'll be fun. Like I said, still streaming this game, so happy about that. But I'm a little upset with myself that I didn't have it plugged up. But yeah, literally, I plugged it up. I had to wait for it to boot back up, and for some odd reason, it was like December 31st, 2022, and I was wondering, I was like, why can't I get back on the streaming? I was like, oh, that's why, because for some odd reason, this thing's 2022. Oh well. So thankfully, we're back. We're back. And it's commercial breaks. They're talking about the cultural playoff quarterfinals tomorrow. That's gonna be, like I said, I am very excited for cultural playoff, how that goes. Like I said, obviously I'm an Auburn fan, so I don't really have a dog in the fight. Except I hope the dogs don't win. I know Emmanuel. I know you're a Georgia fan, but I just I can't imagine having the Georgia Bulldogs win 3 championships in the 2020s. Like you might win another one. There's the 2020s are still young, but man, that would be rough for me for sure. All right, but I think we're back. Like I said, this has been a back and forth game. This last drive was the first drive that the 49ers have not scored. Obviously, Jake Moody missing a field goal. Sorry for that, Manuel. Um, that that pick play by uh, who was that? Was that Cowling? I think it was Jacob Cowling. It was a little bit like it definitely was a penalty. Him just like absolutely like trying to get set up to make sure he blocks into the guy. Like that's obvious penalty, but it wipes away a really really good game by George Kittle that would have made it like I think it would have been first and goal from like the 5 or something like that. But unfortunately, they called a penalty, sets him back, and then Jake Moody misses the 40. I think it was 51-yard field goal. But the 49ers have been having a really good game so far, 21 points in the first half alone. Now the Lions do start off with the second half. They're only down by 8, so still only one score game. So everything's still in front of them. But the Lions defense, which we knew was going to be a weak point going into the rest of this season, it has just been abysmal, absolutely abysmal. I mean, let me look up the actual stats of the game so far because it's not pretty. If it will pull up. And so Jared Goff has been good, 11 for 13, 138, 1 touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 9 rushes, 60 yards. Like I said, Jameson Williams got that 1 catch, 4 touchdown. Also has that rushing touchdown as well. But Brock Purdy, in the first half alone, 14 for 16, 200 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Isaac Rendo hasn't really rushed that much, but is still 7 for 26. And then receiving-wise, Ricky Pearsall, 4 for 63, a touchdown. Isaac Rendo, 3 for 53, that 1 40-yarder definitely helped. George Kittle, 3 for 45, and Jawan Jennings, 2 for 17. So, like, it's been very much the 49ers so far. Let's look at time of possession, because I'm sure it's closer than expected. Yeah, time of possession is pretty close because, like I said, the Lions had a really good first drive, and so did the 49ers as far as like taking up time. But it's the 49ers are in a good position. However, the Lions can even it up at the beginning of the second half. So let's go back. I think we're good. Okay. Yeah, I think my score prediction could still happen. There's a chance that the Lions could score 21 in the second half alone. And there's also a chance that the 49ers can only score a field goal. So there is a chance that I could still get a perfect score. Not likely, but still could happen. I think I've said everything else that I wanted to say. Like I said, I'm definitely going to be streaming Sunday night. That's for sure. I should be streaming Saturday night. The Bengals Steelers Saturday night. Vikings Lions, the final regular season game on Sunday night. I should be streaming that one as well. So that way I still hit that 2 per week kind of thing that I want to do. And like I said, both are really, really important playoff games. Well, not playoff games, but games that determine the playoffs. And then the penthouse, the basement of the penthouse video. I've almost got everything filmed. I was waiting for this game, so I've got basically the 2:30, 3 o'clock slate. Those games onward to this game, I haven't written into the Week 17 script yet. So I'm still gonna put those together. I work from 9 to 6 tomorrow, so I won't be able to get that much done on the video. But I'm off on New Year's Day, so I'll be able to do a lot more editing. So I'm hoping for, and I want to say Thursday, but I'm gonna say Friday, mainly because I know myself. I'm going to try to set a realistic expectation for myself, not try to put too much stress on myself, and make a really good video. that's the other thing too. Okay, so the fact that the predictions that I had for the storyline has worked out so perfectly well, even the stuff that I didn't even think about are like I had a different one thing that I had a different storyline on. I had a different pathway. I only veered slightly, and it ends up being even better than I could have thought possible because it connects other things that I already had planned. So like I'm really really excited for it to put it to practice. But it's going to take a lot of editing. That is for sure. That's the one thing that I'm kind of like, not fearing, but I'm like, this is gonna be a lot. But once I'm done with that one, then like I said, I'll have the week 18, which will be, you know, should be able to get that one out. Probably either Tuesday or Wednesday, just depends on how the games go. Like, so should be able to get that one out pretty quickly. Oh wait, no. I'll probably say Wednesday because I also have to wait for Black Monday to who all gets fired because that's going to be also big impact for the week 18. So probably Wednesday or Thursday for week 18. But like I said, I should be able to get out week 12 to week 17 basement of the penthouse. I'm going to say Friday morning just so I don't put myself just so I can like set a realistic expectation, try to get the video out by, and also will lead into obviously Saturday and Sunday being the being week 18, and then like I said, then it's playoff time, so like that's also gonna be fun too, because it's gonna be focused heavily on the penthouse. So that's the reason why I did the transition usually around week 13. Because that's when the contenders are being shown in the basement, and the penthouse obviously, you focus on the teams that are relevant. So, you got to find a good editing software. Got to be some easier stuff out there. I use Premiere Pro. It was pretty easy. It's just the fact that like if there's a lot of cuts, which a lot of times there is because of the conversation, it makes it a little bit harder. Return from the 1 up to the 20, up to the 25, up to the 30, down to about the 34-yard line. So we first down 10 from the 34-yard line by the Lions. It just takes, it's very time consuming. That's the only thing about editing is that it's very time consuming because you're trying to make sure conversation flows better. You're piecing everything together, and you're just you're basically on an average video I have about 100 different smaller snippets, so I have to put those together. So for this video, it's closer to 600, which is crazy. Going to be a throw to Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I think he got both feet down. Yes, he did for about a 13-yard gain. First down 10 for the Lions. And he's coming up a little bit limp, which is not good. But he did get an amazing catch. So he got 1 foot, and yes, he did. 2 feet down. That's going to be a catch by Amon-Ra St. Brown. First down 10. But yeah, like I said, I like it. I like Adobe Premiere Pro. It works really well. It's just time consuming. That's all it is. I formation play action pass. Going to be a toss out to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who makes a man miss, but still only gets about 6 yards there. He's second down 4. 14-15 left to go in the third quarter. See if the Lions can respond and make it. Hopefully, they can even make it a tie ball game. Or actually a 6-yard gain, so second down 4. Going to be under center. Going to send Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion over to the left. Going to be a handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going to try the right side and gets gobbled up by Nick Bosa for about maybe a 1-yard loss. If not, got back to the line of scrimmage. Leave about third down and 4. 13:38 remaining in the third quarter. So 3rd and 5, so he did lose a yard. Yeah, I'm having to set it up so I have my my laptop on the bed so that I don't have to worry about it the plug going out. Yeah, it is a better game than I expected to. I still expected it to be a high scoring game, but not this high scoring so early in the game. Jared Goff drops back to pass, get pressure, throws across the middle to be caught by Jameson Williams up to the 35-yard line. That is a first down and 10 for the Lions. 13:04 left to go in the third quarter. Still 21-13, but the Lions are driving. Yeah, that's a really great cover by Renardo Green. I like Renardo Green coming out. He was a really good nickel. He could play outside. Still a rookie, but I think Renardo Green's still going to be a really good for years to come. So far, he's had a solid season. Jared Goff under center going to send James Williams in motion over to the right. Going to be hand off to Jahmyr Gibbs, who is going to make a man miss, but unfortunately cannot escape Nick Bosa once again. Going to be a 1-yard loss for Jahmyr Gibbs. Second down 11. Oh, Jameson Williams is only about 60, what is that? No, 54 yards away from a 1,000-yard receiving season. That's kind of crazy. I just realized my voice kind of squeaked there a little bit. That's kind of crazy. Goodness gracious. All right, second down 11, 12 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Going to send Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion. Jared Goff's going to be a handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs, who's going to cut back up and get down to about the 31-yard line. So we'll be third down and about 6, I would say. 5 or 6? Yeah, third down and 5. All right, Jared Goff. Going to be a shotgun formation. Actually, no, it's going to be an empty set. Going to send Craig Reynolds in the over outside. Draws back a pass. Has got time. Throws, and it's going to be caught by... Is that Josh Reynolds? No. It's Robinson. I forgot Allen Robinson is on the lines. That's crazy. Great job. That's a great release by Allen Robinson. That's a first down. Jared Goff under center. We're going to send Sam Laporta into motion over to the right. We got Craig Reynolds in the backfield. Going to be a play action pass. Jared Goff throws for the end zone, and unfortunately is too much. That would have been nice if he could have got into Amon-Ra St. Brown. I need that. There's still technically a chance that I could win, but it's very unlikely. Like I said, I have to get 27 more points. Like Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown has to get 27 more points than Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs' touchdown is pretty much over, but there's still technically a shot. Very unlikely though. All right, so shotgun formation. Jahmyr Gibbs to the left. Jared Goff got 2 tight ends to his left as well. Going to be a handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs, who is going to make one man miss and gets about 4 yards. It'll be his third and goal from about the 6-yard line. All right, Jared Goff, throw me a touchdown to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Please. Yeah, I do wonder how long it's going to take David Montgomery to get back. Because this is a very important aspect of their run of their rushing attack. Third and goal from the 6-yard line. Jared Goff in shotgun formation. Drops back a pass. He's got time. Throws, and it's going to be caught. And that's going to be Sam Laporta with a touchdown. To make that 19-21, 2-point attempt is incoming. 9:58 remaining in the third quarter. Oh, what's up? Can Goff get the ball to Kittle? I didn't care how that would work point-wise, but he would get something, right? Oh, absolutely. Now, I will say, Emmanuel, there was a shot that George Kittle could have got some touchdown, or at least a good catch and run, but unfortunately, Jacob Cowling did, block a little bit there when he shouldn't have. So that negated a really good game by George Kittle. But you still have a shot. It's so early in the game. George Kittle could get up some touchdown. You never know. 2-point conversion. Jared Goff's running out, and he's going to throw. And that's going to be a 2-point conversion by Tim Patrick to make it 21 all. 9:58 remaining in the third quarter. What an amazing game. like I said, the the difference between the last game that I streamed and this game is crazy. Okay, so last game was the Saints Packers game, where it was 34-0, was like kind of abysmal. And then this one has been back and forth, back and forth. Both offenses basically can't be stopped. So you know, I'm really happy about this. I'm really happy about this. But yeah, like I said, I think George Kittle's gonna be. He's been heavily involved. Hopefully, he can get himself a touchdown. Like I said, I don't think they're gonna be. The only thing is this: for your Jake Moody, I don't think they're gonna be settling for field goals. Mainly because like unless it's 4th and 7 or more, I think that Kyle Shanahan's going to go for it mainly because he knows that Dan Campbell's going to go for it. So you got sometimes you got to match crazy with crazy. I haven't seen Gladiator 2, but I've heard it's a little bit of a disappointment. Like I said, I haven't. Oh gosh, last time I went to the movie theater, I have not gone to the movie theater since. Is it Oppenheimer? Either no. Oppenheimer was before the newer TMNT movie, so I think that's the last time that I went to. I think it's the last time that I went to a movie at the movie theater. Man, because like I don't have the kind of money just to go to the movies because it's very very expensive. You know what I just realized? There's a reason why all the AFC North teams are on Saturdays because it's going to make it a little bit easier for the HBO Hard Knocks. That's the reason why. I just realized that too. One, because it's a good matchup, sure, but it also helps out the HBO Hard Knocks to get that out at a reasonable time, especially because like what all is going to happen, you know, on Monday could also impact, you know, people being let go, all that kind of stuff, people's season being over. So, and also to kind of fill out that narrative. So that makes a little more sense. Anyways, kickoff's about to ensue. I think I'm good on super chats. Okay. We'll be returned from about the 1 up to the 10, up to the 15, 20, 25 for Debo Samuel 30, down to the 35, and down to about the 37 or 38 yard line. However, there is a flag. What is the flag? Ooh. Holding by the receiving team, unfortunately. So we'll be first down, but it'll back them up even more. 9:52 left to go in the third quarter. 21-21 all. I should say 21 all, not 21-21 all. Oh well. Like I said, the 49er season is over, but they can play a little bit spoiler for the Lions to put them in a position to where they have to win next week, and they still might be the second seed. Brock Purdy throws in the middle, and oh my gosh, got absolutely lit up. But Jawan Jennings still maintains possession. And it'll be a gain of about 13 yards and a first down for the 49ers. All right, first down 10 for the 29-yard line. Brock Purdy in the shotgun formation. Going to send Ricky Pierce on the motion. Going to be hand up to Isaac Rindo. He's going to get to about the 34-yard line. So nice gain of 5 yards there. Second down 5. Nah, Ben Johnson's gone. Now, then again, we also said that last year and the year before that. But I feel pretty confident he's going to be gone. I just don't think he's going to go to the Bears. Brock Purdy is going to take a deep shot over the middle. It's going to be caught by Ricky Pierce up to the 45-40. 35-30. Makes a man miss. Get down to the 31-yard line. First down 10 for the 49ers. 8:40 left to go in the third quarter. Ricky Pearsall's had an amazing game so far. All linebackers pretty much fell for that play action. Going to be a play action boot, and it's going to be thrown to George Kittle, who is going to make a man miss, get to the 20, up to the 15, up to the 10, down to the 5, and down to about the 3-yard line is George Kittle with a great catch and run. First and goal for the 49ers. 8:05 left to go in the third. All right, first and goal from the 5. Going to be a play action pass. Going to throw for the end zone, and unfortunately is at the corner. Nobody's there. Second goal from the 5-yard line. 7:44 left to go in the third. Oh, hold a second. Hand off to Kittle, please. Hey, you never know. They could. They could do a little wrinkle, get him a rushing touchdown. But it looks like he's on the sideline right now. That's not good. And with this game, he has gotten 1,000 yards this season. That's crazy again. All right, so second and goal from the 5, shotgun formation. Going to send Deebo Samuel in motion. Going to be a pitch out to him. Going to get the edge, and is going to get a touchdown. That is a touchdown for Deebo Samuel. And technically Brock Purdy because he definitely shoveled it forward. Going to make it 27-21, 7:40 left to go in the third quarter. Extra point makes it a 7-point game. Nice little loop. I do find it kind of funny that like you can get a passing touchdown just by going, just that. Kind of surprising. Kyle, you ruined my franchise rep. Can you give me this late Christmas gift? Nope. Sorry. Now maybe eventually. Like I said, Emmanuel, there's so much time left. You never know. Jake Moody on for his 4th PA attempt. Kick is up and kick is good. So it is 28-21. So yes, Jake Moody did miss a 51-yard field goal, but he also has 4 extra points. So still good. Could be better. But, George Kittle's going to give him one. Don't worry. George Kittle's going to give himself a touchdown. You can feel well knowing there is over 22 minutes left of gameplay. He could get him one. Or at least a couple more catches. That's for sure. I like that commercial. That's a good commercial. Talking about a father, like a single father with his daughter. That's a nice commercial. I like that one. All right, so it is 28-21. Like I said, Lions go down, score, tie the game up. However, 49ers answer back. Let's see if the Lions can answer back. But I think this is good. This is going to end up being, can the Lions get themselves a stop? Because so far they have not been able to do so. Technically, they got a missed field goal, so that helps a little bit. But if I'm the Lions, you obviously need to score here. You need to score on this drive, tie it up. But you need like a turnover or something. You need something to kind of go your way to put you in the driver's seat. Because right now you're basically battling back from behind. Is that the same as a commercial? Okay, good. But for a second, I thought they were about to play like the same as a commercial back to back. I never understood that. I've seen that a couple times. Like, why in the world are you like playing the same exact commercial that I just watched? Makes no sense. I'm kind of glad that my fantasy championship lasts into next week, since that gives me more time to collect points. However, if my players get their projected points, then I should win this week. So I hope I get lots of points this week and next to win. Oh, so you have going into week 18. That's interesting. So my championship is this week because a lot of players are sitting out or whatnot on week 18. So that's the reason why we end. So like in this week, well this league, it's like only one round. It's not like 2 weeks equal one round. Return gets up to the 31-yard line, so it'll be first down 10 for about the 30-31 for the Lions. But yeah, that's so. I had two really, really good back-to-back weeks to take the championship round. 2 weeks ago, I had 150. Last week, I had 160. I said, Saquon was going off. Jared Cook was going off. But unfortunately, my team has kind of gone a little bit dead so far. But it's still good. First down 10 for 30. Jared Goff's looking to just check it down to Jahmyr Gibbs up to the 35. Makes man miss. And he's going to be about a yard short. So second down and 1 for the Lions. 7:20 left to go in the third quarter. Like I said, I'm going to need to have Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown get 2 touchdowns together if I have any chance at this point. Because Jahmyr Gibbs has gotten a lot of receiving yards and a lot of catches, unfortunately. All right, second down and 1. Shotgun formation with Jahmyr Gibbs to his left. Jared Goff is going to drop back to pass, actually. Throws, and it's going to be caught by Sam Laporta up to the 40, up to the 35, down to the 33. However, there is a flag. It might be defensive holding or defensive pass interference, so just check and see. And the Lions seem to think that it's on the 49ers. Ooh, that's not good. What is it? What is the penalty? No foul. Okay. Anyways, first down for the Lions. 28-21, 6:46 left to go in the third. Let's see here. Man, I had to face Jaden Daniels, Derrick Henry, T. Higgins, and the Ravens defense this week. Goodness gracious. That was brutal. So we somehow only down 4. That is crazy. To only be down by 4 from all that. Because Jaden Daniels had an amazing game. Derrick Henry and the Ravens defense. Oh, and T. Higgins had a monster game. Had 25 points, something like that. Jared Goff under center going to be a handoff to Greg Reynolds, who is going to get about 2. So second down and 8 for the Lions. They're treating Jahmyr Gibbs. Looks like does he have a cut underneath his eye? They're applying pressure underneath his left eye for some reason. The Lions bring in 3 tight ends with Jefferson in. So let's see what they're going to do here. Under 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Still 28-21. Second down and 8 for the Lions from the 31? Or the 26-yard line. 31. Jared Goff throws, and it's going to be caught by Jameson Williams, who is going to be about a 6-yard gain. So third down and 2 from the 20. Actually, about a 5-yard gain. Third down and 3 from the 26-yard line. 5:30 left to go in the third quarter. Like I said, I fully expect the Lions to continue to go for this. Let's see. Hope that my opponent's players get benched to rest. Like I said, that could legitimately happen. So look for the waiver wire for sure. Third down 3, empty set. Jared Goff's got time, got plenty of time, running out of time, and unfortunately going to be sacked back to the 40. That's going to be Nick Bosa. 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter, and it's going to be 4th and long, and the Lions are going to have to. I don't think you go for a field goal here. You're going to have to punt it. And Taylor Decker got absolutely just worked by Nick Bosa. Makes him look silly. Makes him look absolutely silly. They're going to go for it? Okay, they're not going for it. They're going to go for the field goal. This is a 57-yard field goal by Jake Bates. Let's see. Kick is up, and kick is. Does it have the distance? And it does. It is good. It is good by a good little bit. So that is 24-28. 427, 425 is going to third quarter. And the 49ers will get the ball back only up by 4. Still a lot of game left. It's really anybody's game at this point. But the Lions do need to get a stop here. Let me check and see something. If it'll show up now. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see here. Bam. YouTube's. If you will show up, please. That would be nice. That would be nice if you showed up. Okay. See here. Live. I don't know. Actually, it does. Okay, good. All right, good. I was making sure that it showed up, and it does show up, so that's good. So it's not just my face for my thumbnail. I'm making sure because like in the past it's done that, and I've been like, why? But thankfully it's not. It shows up as a thumbnail. But while we're at commercial break, oh crap, there's something else I was gonna say. Oh, what was it? Dadgummit, I had the idea of what I was gonna say during this break, and now I forgot. I'm completely lost. I don't know what I was gonna say. Dadgum. It'll come back to me. I'm sure the next commercial break we'll talk about it then. I hate when that happens though. I'm like, oh, I need to mention this during the break, and I just totally forget. They're showing the Saturday and Sunday slates. There's, like I said, I could potentially stream the Panthers Falcons, but I kind of don't want to. It'll free up my Sunday a little more, so all I have to worry about is doing that Sunday night. So I'll probably just stick to that. Just do the 2 games. But it'd be nice to do like the lat. Nah. I'm not gonna talk myself into doing it. It would be funny if we did beat the Falcons. No. I was gonna say with 2 games. All right. Anyways, back to the game. 4:25 to go in the third quarter. 28-24, and the Lions kick it away. And it is going to be returned from about 5 yards in. 15, 20, 25, 30. Deebo Samuel gets down to about the 33-yard line. First down 10 for the 49ers. 4:19 left to go in the third. All right, first down 10. Under center, I formation going to be a play action pass. Got all day to throw. Throws, and it's going to be, oh my gosh. Doesn't matter that it was picked off. Doesn't matter what you do, Kirby Joseph. There was a penalty. It was a great pick by Kirby Joseph. Brian Branch runs right into George Kittle, so it doesn't even matter. Goodness gracious. So I'm sorry, Emmanuel. You would have gotten some points by Kittle, but unfortunately, Brian Branch was like not on my watch. So 4:11 left to go in the third. So with that penalty is a spot foul. So it'll be first down 10 for the 49ers at the 40-something yard line. Don't know just yet. Depends where they mark them. What is it? 4:11 left to go in the third. From the midfield, Purdy and a pistol with Grindo behind him. Going to be a play action pass. Purdy throws and picks. So Kirby Joseph does get it up to the 45, up to the 50, up to the 45, down to about the 43-yard line. He once again tried to go for Kittle, overthrows him, and threw it right to Kirby Joseph. 3:58 left to go in the third, and this is what the Lions needed. In good field position, you just got within 4. If you can finally take a lead, be all the difference in the world. But what in the world was Purdy looking at? I don't know what he was looking at. And we go to commercial break. I really wish that the next commercial break I could remember what I was going to say. But I don't. Unfortunately, I don't. I will say this, and I want to hear your opinion on this. Obviously, all of us have our own pet peeves. And one of my driving pet peeves happened tonight. As I was coming back home from work, like I said, going down county roads, I did not realize until later, I'm going the speed limit because I'm not trying to get a ticket. I don't get the money to pay for a ticket. I'm going the speed limit, and then I look in my rear view mirror, and I don't see anybody really behind me, but I feel like somebody's like right on my tail. And so I look in my side mirror, and I can see that there are some lights right behind my lights. This person is tailgating me so hard that I can't even see their lights. I'm in a car, they're in a car. They're so close to me that I can't even see their lights. Like, literally, if I take any kind of brake, they're going to ram right into me. And it ticked me off because they wouldn't get off my butt. And I'm like, I am going the speed limit. Stop getting on my butt. And it was like, for like 10 minutes of the 40-minute drive, just this one dude will not pass me and is just like on my butt the whole entire time. And that's one of my driving pet peeves is people who are tailgating. But that was to the extreme. And not necessarily what I was thinking about talking about, but it is something that I wanted to bring up because I was like, that is ridiculous. Anyways, first down 10, play action pass. Going to be a check down to Jameson Williams. Makes the man miss. Gets up to about 35-yard line. Nice gain of 8 yards. Second down and 2. 3:50 remaining in the third. What's up, David? Let's see here. First time on the channel. Keep pounding. Absolutely, David. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Like I said, it is 28-24. Lions after that pick. It is in really good field position. We second down and 2. 3:30 left to go in the third. I'll talk about it a little bit. Drop back to pass, and he's going to check it back down to Craig Reynolds to the 30, down to about the 25-yard line. First down 10 for the Lions. The first half of the stream, literally the first half, before the 49ers last attempt tried to kick a field goal, my laptop basically died because the charger wasn't connected. So it took me a little bit to get back on. So that's the reason why there's technically 2 videos. So thank you for joining the stream. This is technically the second part. I hate when people do that. Absolutely, Zoe. Like that, that ticks me off when people tailgate too much because you're putting me in a tough position. Because I'm not trying to, get a ticket. I'm not trying to get in a car accident either. First down 10. Jared Goff going to be a handoff to Craig Reynolds, who is going to get up to the third 25, up to about the 20-yard line to make it a second down and about 3.5. 2:30 left to go in this third quarter. Still 28-24, but the Lions are driving. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm a delivery driver. I deal with it a lot. It sucks. Yeah, like I said, I just don't get it. Like, I get wanting to go fast, especially if you're in a rush. But tailgating to the point of like almost causing an accident, especially if they have the LED lights, oh my gosh, I get ticked off about that. I'll talk about that a little bit more when we go to commercial break. Second down and 4 from the 20-yard line. Shotgun formation, which Craig Reynolds to the left. 2 tight ends to the left. And going to be a fake the toss. Jared Goff throws across the middle. Be Amon St. Brown down to the 6-yard line. First and goal for the Lions. 1:47 left to go in the third. Dan Campbell is learning when to take the points. Could be dangerous if they get the number one seed. So absolutely, like I said, I agree on certain ones that Dan Campbell has gone for it on fourth down because that's your identity is. But sometimes it's just take a step back, let this game still play because 3 points is 3 points. All right. Jefferson in the backfield. Going to send Amon-Ra St. Brown to motion over to the right. Going to be a handoff to Jefferson, who's going to basically get to the 5, dragging defenders. Going to get up to the 4-yard line. It'll be second and goal from the 4. 1:03 left to go in the third. I hate automatic text prediction. I didn't put so at the end. Oh, okay, gotcha. People in the middle lane and make an abrupt turn to cut off when I'm turning right or left isn't cool either. Oh my gosh, that's another thing too. Yeah, no, people not knowing their exit because like that happens too. Like I guess you're like in a 3-lane, 4-lane. People trying to like basically cut you off because they're in the wrong, almost causing you to get an accident. That ticks me off too. Okay, gonna be a play action pass. Jared Goff got all day to throw. Throws from the end zone and incomplete. Try to throw to Jameson Williams, but third and goal. 26 seconds remaining in the third. But yeah, no, I agree. Like I said, it's pretty much universal. Wherever state you go, there's always going to be bad drivers. Obviously, if you're like from me, I'm Alabama. I can talk about people in Birmingham suck driving. I can say that people in Atlanta suck driving whenever you're in Georgia. But pretty much every single state has like either a place that sucks at driving or just in general, like they hate their state drivers. Jared Goff, shotgun formation, drops back to pass, getting pressure, throws, and unfortunately, Amon-Ra St. Brown can't locate the ball. He got open. And as we fourth and goal, 22 seconds remaining in the third, what are the Lions going to do? I mean, it's a little bit too high, but Amon-Ra St. Brown would have had a chance. And Nick Bosa has been getting a lot of pressure on Jared Goff, been absolutely working Tyler Decker. And fourth and goal, and the Lions look they're going for it with 22 seconds remaining in the third quarter, only down by 4 from the 5-yard line. Shotgun formation with Jahmyr Gibbs to the left. Going to send Tim Patrick in motion over to the left. Got time, throws, and it's going to be caught. That's going to be a touchdown to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Let's freaking go. I still have a chance. Okay, hold on a second. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. 30-28. Extra point makes it 31-28. I gotta check a sec. Hold a second. What is the ESPN NFC points? Because I'm in the championship, and I needed 30 points for 27 more points from Gibbs, my opponent has, to Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jared Goff. So I'm close. Kick is up, and kick is good. Yes. Okay, so 31-28, 19 seconds. We're going to the third quarter. Going over to commercial break. And let's go down to Detroit. All right, Jared Goff has 24.78. Amon-Ra St. Brown has 20. Jahmyr Gibbs has 15. Okay. I'm close. Okay. There is still a shot. There is still a shot for me to win a championship. When I had an 11% chance coming into this game, I had 11% chance. There's still technically a shot. Just do not get Jahmyr Gibbs a touchdown, please. And another touchdown for Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown would definitely help. Let's see, where was I at? Talk about David, say people in the middle of the lane, make a turn. I said that freaking sucks. Crazy thing is, I've been delivering for over 4 years, and I've only been in one accident while parked at a customer's house. That's crazy. That's crazy that was just someone just like sideswipe you, like they ran off the road, I guess, or ran off the street. That's dumb. I would hate that. I would hate to be delivering and then like turn around and see someone basically ramming into your car. That would be awful. There was somebody that I knew that almost got into their car, and then a car, I guess I don't remember if they said that like a person was drunk or just was tired, basically sped through, and their car flipped and just like basically crushed like two cars, and one of those cars was the person they were trying to go into their car. So literally, like, thankfully they were safe, but like they witnessed their car get absolutely just demolished, which is that's another thing too. Like I can't imagine, I can imagine being in that situation. Um, Super bright LED headlights are the worst, especially on trucks because I drive a car and it's so blinding. Absolutely. Oh, actually going for it. Gonna be caught by George Kittle, who's going to gain about 9 yards there. Second down to one. 11 seconds left to go in third. It's probably the last play of the third quarter. I didn't think they were actually going. I thought they were going to go to commercial break, but I guess they didn't. So second down to one, and we will go to the commercial break. 31-28 at the end of the third. Now let's go back to Super Chats. Let's see here. Yes, like I said, I drive a car, and those, especially if they're coming towards you, it's kind of almost inevitable. Like you kind of like have to look off to the left, look off to the right, so you're not blinded. But if they're tailgating you and they're like right there, so you have to like almost like avoid your mirrors just so you don't get like absolutely blinded. That is terrible. I hate that. How many more TDs for Goff to St. Brown you need? I think one more for sure would help because, like I said, Jahmyr Gibbs still had a really good game, but there's still a shot for Jahmyr Gibbs, especially if there's the whole entire fourth quarter. He's probably gonna get some rushing yards. He might get some. He might get some catches and catching and some receiving yards. So, as long as Jared Goff still gets a touchdown regardless, and Amon-Ra St. Brown gets like 3 more catches and some more yards, I think I'm good. But I still have to check. Okay, hold a second while I actually do check. Let me see where I'm at right now. I'm sorry I'm off the screen, but I'm looking at my fantasy right now. Let's see here. What do you have for me? Okay, right now I am behind by .08. That is how much I'm behind. I'm behind by .08 because, yeah. So literally, it's neck and neck. So I would very much like another Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown touchdown because that's 2 touchdowns for me. But I'm so close. I'm very close to winning. Matter of fact, like I said, I've already said it before, but I started off the year 0-5 because literally I would be the 3rd leading scorer in the league, but I'll go against the leading scorer every single week. And so I still had a good team, came back, went on a run, 150 in the first round, 160 in the second round. Right now, I'm not having the best week, but neither was my opponent because Jalen Hurts got hurt. My Chuba Hubbard got hurt for me. But there's still a chance I could still win a championship game, which is still crazy. I'm subbing to your channel. You seem cool. Thank you so much, David. They rear-ended me when I put it in park. Oh, that sucks. Trunk wouldn't shut, but still delivered. It was awful. Happened in January this year. Oh, so it's been almost a year. Dang. Yeah, W. It's absolutely so close. Yeah, no, like that sucks. Like I said, I've been in 2 accidents. One with the deer. Other one was technically my fault. I'll talk about that in the next little commercial we have. 2nd and 1 from the 39-yard line. Going to be handoff Isaac Rindo, who is going to get the first down up to about the 42-yard line. First down 10 for the 49ers. Short little bit. The deer accident happened after work when I was working at a restaurant that I worked for 6 years. It was past midnight. I was tired working. I'd let the group of deer pass, but I was so tired. I was like, I gotta get home. So I sped back up after letting them leave, and then one deer decided, you know what? I'm going to commit Sudoku and jump right into the street and basically tore up the right side of my car. And so, yeah, that was the deer one. Brock Purdy throws, and it's going to be to George Kittle up to the 40-yard line. Another big gain by George Kittle and Emmanuel. I don't know. I think you said you were up by 4. There's still a chance for you because George Kittle has been absolutely working this Lions defense. First down 10 for the 49ers. They're not dead yet. They're only down by 3. And there's still a chance they could try to tie it up with Jake Moody, who you also have Emmanuel. Emmanuel, you still have a chance. Absolutely. 13:46 remaining in the fourth quarter. Brock Purdy under center. Going to be a handoff, actually going to be reversed to Pearsall, who's going to throw it basically away because Garindo was covered up. Another attempted trick play that did not work. So second down and 10. I don't hate when people do trick plays. Like I said, it's still fun. It keep people guessing, but I don't know. I would much rather you do that earlier in the game than like in a crucial moment like this. This is a crucial drive for the 49ers. If you want to upset the Lions, you have to score in this drive, and preferably you like a touchdown. Second down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Shotgun formation, Isaac Reno to his left. Going to send Deebo Samuel in motion. Going to be a play action pass. Throws over the middle, and unfortunately too high for Juszczyk. Going to be third down and 10, 13:34 remaining in the fourth quarter. Let's see here. Drivers don't have patience anymore. I love Kittle. I want line help in free agency, but I would like to see us make a run to sign Kittle. Is Kittle a free agent? I didn't think George Kittle was a free agent. Let me check that a little bit. Well, it's third down 10. Brock Purdy in the shotgun formation. Drops back to pass. They're bringing the blitz. Throws, and it's going to be caught. Oh, great job by Robinson. Amik Robinson out of Louisiana Tech. Loved him coming out. Fourth down and 10, and they're going to have to force either a long field goal. I think it's going to be a long field goal because it's a 40-yard line. It'll be a 57-yard field goal if they do try it. Where's your contract? The contract. There we go. Because he signed a 5-year one. All right, so Jake Moody on for a 58-yard field goal. 58-yard field goal. Kick is up, and kick is going to be wide left. That's the second miss by Jake Moody tonight. George Kittle's under contract. That's what I thought. He's under contract for next year. That's what I was thinking. I was like, hold a second. He's a free agent. He's going to be a hot commodity. I'm going to go commercial break. Let me finish this off. Big time Panthers fan here. Been some rough years, but I see some positivity finally. Absolutely. Like I said, if you've seen some of my breakdown videos and such, like obviously like the beginning of the year was really, really rough. But as time progressed, liking what the rookies have shown us, liking what Bryce has shown us, offenses sometimes come together. That defense just need to be fixed, and I feel like we're on the right path. Then now going back, I'll talk about the other chats. Going back to the other one that I was talking about with the accident. Other one happened in a parking lot because a big, huge blue monster, basically almost like a monster truck, almost crushed me coming out of a Burger King. So I'm ticked off at him, and I'm not paying attention to the fact that the people coming from the highway had the right of way coming up because I was basically flipping off the guy in the blue truck. Swerved out of the way, trying to avoid getting hit. Unfortunately, the person coming in didn't see me, hit me in the back. So it was my fault. So that's the only other accident that I've been a part of, like car accident. So it was my fault because I was ticked off, and that has been. See, it's been about 6 years. For sure 6 years, maybe 7. But it's been a very long time since I've had an accident. So both of them have been about 6 or 7 years ago. So I've been accident free since then. See, where are we at? Okay, I said I was down 4 earlier. I'm only down by 0.1. Oh my gosh, things are looking good. Hopefully this doesn't jinx me. I'm positive about my team too, David. Absolutely, W. The Bears have a really good shot. Trying to find a new group. It got too toxic in my last one. Everyone seems cool here. Yeah, like I said, I try to make a very, very refreshing environment for pretty much any kind of fan. Like I said, don't care what fan you are of. I might make jokes at people's expense, like Emmanuel, who's in there, is a Falcons fan. a new Falcons fan. It's like a pick every now and then because obviously we're rivals. But for the most part, like I said, try to keep it lighthearted. Going to be first down 10, and Jahmyr Gibbs is going to he's back. We reverse his field, and he's going to get basically to that line of scrimmage and gain about 2 yards there. Don't know how the heck he had let that happen. But it'll be second down and 8. Got a little bit blocked by Jared Goff, and be second down and 8. But yes, I do. Like I said, I try to make it. I try to make the content family friendly in a way. Like I don't like to cuss or anything like that because like I'm going to be a teacher, so it's also important for me to not be in a bad situation with some parents because some parents absolutely hate cussing. So it makes my life a little bit easier. It'll be handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs. It's going to be a little bit of a draw, and it'll get up to about the 45-yard line. So it'll be a third down and about 3. 12:35 left on the fourth quarter. So yeah, like I said, I try to make it very positive, just so people can come in. You know, they can share some of their football takes and just have a good time. That's really what I'm trying to do with my YouTube channel, and kind of just see wherever it goes from here. All right, so third down and 3, 12:14 left to go in the fourth quarter. Still 31-28. Shotgun formation for Jared Goff. There's Jameson Williams in motion. Drops back to pass. Got time. Throws across the middle, and unfortunately, try to get a Sam Laporta, but it is going to be incomplete. 4th and 3, 12:03 remaining in the fourth. Gonna have to punt this ball away. Where was I at? Okay. I got done very wrong, but I'm not going to get into the details. Not worth it. Okay. I gotcha. I thought he signed a 5-year contract 5 years ago in 2020. Yeah, so I think it ends next year. I think that's how. Oh, they're going for it. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but okay. So 4th and 3 from the 45-yard line. Jared Goff in empty set. Going to drop it to pass. Is going to throw, and it's going to be wide open. It's Sam Laporta up to the 30, down to the 26-yard line. That is a first down for the Lions. 11:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. Yeah, but like I said, I think, because like I said, I look at the contract details, and so next year is the final year of George Kittle's contract. So I looked it up on Spot Track. Spot Track is usually pretty good about saying, like, cap hits and whatnot. Like I said, his cap hit was like $22 million, I believe. I guess it's a pretty big cap hit, but I'm pretty sure they're still going to either re-sign him to like move some of that money down. Who knows? Jared Goff under center will be handoff to Craig Reynolds, who is going to get about 2 yards there. They get second down and 8 from the, I can't remember where they were from before. But 11-11 left to go in the fourth quarter. See, where was that? David, car accidents are no fun. Sorry you went through that. Absolutely. I have a buddy I stream with. He used to be a Saints fan, but since Breeze retired, he has been a fan of teams that can help him win his parlays. That's fine. Like I said, if you're a fan of just football in general, like I said, I don't mind what team you're for. Like I said, I have friends that are only fans of like certain teams because just the players. They just follow like a player. So second down 8, gonna be check down to Jameson Williams. Try to be a little bit of a toss sweep, but unfortunately, not a toss sweep. Sorry, a swing pass. But unfortunately, a little bit at the feet of Jameson Williams. Make it third down 8, 10:37. Let's go in the fourth. But yeah, like I said, I have a friend that was a Tom Brady fan, so he was a fan of wherever Tom Brady went. Now he's a Jalen Hurts fan, so now he's kind of an Eagles fan, mainly just Jalen Hurts. He's a Bama fan, so. But for the most part, I have a lot more friends who are just, who are genuine team fans. Third down 8, shotgun formation for Jared Goff. Drops back to pass. And what the heck happened there? They were trying to get to Jameson Williams once again, but unfortunately he kind of slid down and fell. So it'll be fourth down to 8, and they're going to have to kick a field goal. All right, so 10:34 remaining in the fourth quarter. So James Williams to try to stop him, he just slips. All right, just slips and falls. All right, so on to kick Jake Bates, and then I'll get back to the chats, but more like we'll go back to TV timeout. So 42-yard field goal attempt to make it a 6-point game. All right, kick is up, and kick is good. So it is 34-28, 10:29 left to go in the fourth quarter. So my score prediction isn't too far off. I had 34-24, so I'm like 4 points off. That's not too bad. So if it stays the same, I might get the points. Oh, in case you were wondering, in case you don't know, David, since you're new here, so me and my friends do a pick'em league. Like I said, just small things, nothing really much. Like the winner gets to pick where he wants to go eat, and the rest of the losers have to basically split his meal. That's like it's like a small little thing. But for the Monday night games, you get a point for the correct team that you like. You pick the correct team for winning, like you do for all the other games. But you also have a score prediction, and if you have the closest score, you get 2 additional points. If you get the exact score, which has happened a couple of times throughout the years, you get 2 additional points on top of that. So you can get 5 total points if you get the perfect score. That happened for me, but I could still get the close score, and right now I'm in second place. So I'm hoping that happens. Let's go back. Where was I at? I came close. Oh, that's right. We're talking about Adobe. Talking about the parlays. I came close to winning 2K on a 5-leg Panther parlay. Really, against the Cardinals. I just needed Coker to score. He caught in the end zone. That's right, the 1 foot away. If he would have, both feet, I would have hit. That is, oh, that's crazy. I haven't sports betted at all. I've never done that. Maybe because I can't really do it in my state. But also I wouldn't. I'm not a gambler. I've done it before in Vegas and I've won, and then that's when I ended. I was like, okay, good. I won in Vegas. I'm gonna stop there. That's gonna haunt me for years. That's crazy. $2,000 is a lot. This week was my worst week in picks since week 8. My first time in Tom Gross's pick'em leagues. I went 8-8 this week. Oh goodness, that's pretty bad. Cashed out early when Kyler made $45. Still stick over it. Well, $45 is still good though. I honestly, I take any money at this point. $45 is a lot. Buddy used to be a fan of the Dolphins when he was younger. Then he moved to New Orleans, and that's how he became a Saints fan. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Back on the Dolphins. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Like I said, just like where you're born around, that makes a lot more sense. Like who your team is. Like I said, around my area was a lot of Falcons fan, but I didn't want to be like a Falcons fan. I didn't want to be just because like where I was born or where I grew up, that I was close to Atlanta, but I didn't want to be that. Now technically my first NFL game was the Falcons game. It was Falcons Buccaneers 2012. I think that was in January because it was the final game. Atlanta was resting their starters, but it was my Christmas gift because my mom took me to my first NFL game, and it was very fun. It was very fun. Old Georgia Dome, loved that place. But technically, the Falcons were my first NFL game, so there's that. But I became a Panthers fan because in 2010, I'm a huge Auburn fan. My family have all gone to Auburn. I'm technically still at Auburn doing my internship in the spring for teaching social science education. And Cam took my team to national championship 1. I wanted to follow Auburn player as well. So basically, down to 3 teams: Panthers who drafted Cam, Lions who drafted Nick Fairley, and the Ravens who got Josh Bynes. I love Josh Bynes at middle linebacker at Auburn. Loved him, and decided to go Panthers. Brock Purdy is going to almost get sacked and does get sacked at the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 15. That is going to be, who is that got sacked? Well, who is that got sacked? I can't tell because of the dreads. It's like, that's not Reeves maybe that got sacked. It's like, I can't tell who was. Adams. I don't know who Adams is, but good on him getting a sack. Number 69. All right, so 2nd down 15, 9:55 left in the 4th quarter, and then I'll go back to the chats. From the 25-yard line, Brock Purdy under center. 2 seconds, 1 second, 0 seconds, and I think the 49ers had to call a timeout because it was almost a delay game. 9:41 left to go in the 4th quarter. Oh, they did. So they did not get the timeout in enough time, so it is going to be a delay game. 2nd down and 20. Quick little one. I know started FanDuel in November. I've been practicing this year, not betting yet. My buddy is from Orlando. Okay, this still yeah makes sense. I'm very close to hitting, but I needed a break. LOL. One bet I needed 2 yards for 300. Yeah, that. Oh wow, great pass to Ricky Pearsall. About a 16-yard game, make it third down to four. 3:30. Not sorry, 9:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Like I said, that's one of the things about sports betting for me. The reason why I've done it is because like you just be beating up yourself about like, oh, you're so close, you're so close, you're so close. When like, it's fractions. It's like I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but like the fact that the sports betting market has made over like $200 billion this year, like all of them combined, it's kind of crazy. Third down to five. Brock Purdy sits in the pocket. Got time, throws, and it's going to be Ricky Pearsall again up to the 49-yard line. Ricky Pearsall has had an amazing game so far. I think it's over. That's got to be over 100 so far. First down 10 at the 49-yard line. About 8:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. I still have you on, but I'm going to go game with him. No problem. I was raised a Broncos fan by my dad. Mom's a Packers fan. And I grew up surrounded by a bunch of Cowboy and Raiders fans. Oh, goodness. Because, like I said, yeah, you're a Broncos fan. So this is one play. First down, 10 for the 49-yard line. Brock Purdy going to be a play-action pass. He's got all-day throws, and it's going to be George Kittle up to the 25-yard line. Sorry, 26-yard line. Another big play by George Kittle. First down, 10 for the 49ers. However, there is a flag. And then I'll go back to Zoe's comment. 8:17 left to go in the fourth quarter. What is the flag? What you got for me? Ineligible receiver downfield. Oh my gosh. So replay first down. Oh man. So yes. So okay. So Dad was a Broncos fan, and then you are a Broncos fan. Mom's Packers fan. That's gonna be interesting though. Broncos, Packers, obviously because Super Bowl reasons. Super Bowl, which one that was 1997, because '98 is when they beat the '98 season when they beat the Falcons. So 1997. So that's gonna be interesting. And then group around Cowboys and Raiders fans. Cowboys and Raiders fans is kind of a crazy combination because Cowboys fans can be crazy. Throw out to Jennings, who is going to get about 6 or so. It's be second down and 9. 7:50 remaining in the fourth. And looks like there was a little bit of frustration by the Lions there, and it might cost them a little bit by giving the first down to the 49ers. See what they call it here. They say there's a flag, and I'm assuming it's going to be see. They're going to call him on that? No. It's a push. That's a sell. That is a sell by Jawan Jennings. Tennessee must have taught you right. Come on, Jawan. I mean, I get it. There's some flops there here and there, but that's too much. That's okay. First down 10 anyways. From the 36-yard line. Brock Purdy drops back a pass, throws her across the middle, and is picked off once again by Kirby Joseph, and he's going to get down to the 39-yard line, his second one of the day. Brock Purdy tried to get to George Kittle, but once again, Kirby Joseph, who has been doing it all year, gives the Lions another shot. It is 7:34 left to go in the fourth. They're up by 6. If they can score a touchdown here, it is almost impossible for them. Actually, no, he tried to get to Ricky Pearsall. Oh, man. He tried to force the Ricky Pearsall. Kirby Joseph undercut it. Like I said, great job by Kirby Joseph. Great job by the Lions. It's still a lot of game left to play. Like I said, 7:30 left to go. But if they start driving and go up by 2 scores, it's going to be very difficult for this 49ers team. All right. I think I hit everything. Yeah. Like I said, like Cowboys fans for me, it's been weird because, like I said, I'm a 2000 baby. I was born 2000, so most of my friends have never seen the Cowboys ever make a deep playoff run. They've never seen them win a Super Bowl. But I did have a friend who was a Cowboys fan that was so like as bad as Scooter Magruder is on like some of his takes because, like I said, sometimes he buys into the hype of like this is their year. Sometimes I don't know with him. Sometimes I feel like he's trolling, but I sometimes feel like he's actually trying to be serious. But that was like what my friend was. Is like completely feeling that this was their year. Now, granted, one of those years was 2016. That was my freshman year of high school, and so it made sense for him thinking that this was their year. But like he would continuously believe that like every single year, and it without fail. And that's the reason why like I just found it funny with like some Cowboys fans of just like there's some Cowboys fans that are older than me that literally have not seen their team make a Super Bowl, even make a conference championship game, which is crazy. Like I've seen my team make a conference championship game, and we've sucked for a very long time. The Jaguars have made a conference championship game; they've sucked for a very long time. Like it's remarkable to think about how they can like some fans can be so convinced that everything is moving in the right direction that they're a legit Super Bowl contender, not just a playoff, not just a playoff team, but a Super Bowl contender every single year without fail. Just because you're the Cowboys, who cares? Who cares? It doesn't matter what your franchise is. If your team has not proven that you can be good, stop believing that your team is going to magically put it all together. Second down and 2 after the 8-yard gain by Jahmyr Gibbs. 7:23 left to go in the fourth quarter. Sorry about that little bit of rant there, but I was thinking about that when as Zoe's comment talking about like raised around Raiders and Cowboys fan. I didn't have a lot of I have a Raiders fan, obviously being in the South. Not a lot of Raiders fans. There are a lot of Packers and Steelers fans because my age saw both of them in the Super Bowl when we were 10, so it makes sense for some people to be their fans. Some of them also were Seahawks fans, and also some were Patriots fans for obvious reasons. Bandwagoners. Oh well. Second down 2 from the 46-yard line. Another handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs, who is going to get the first down up to midfield. First down 10 for the Lions. 6:40 left to go in the fourth. Up by 6. The 49ers do have all their 3 timeouts, though. But it is going to come down to the Lions draining this clock. I think I hit all the super chats, though. Just to make sure. Yes. Yes, I did. Okay, good. 6:18 left to go in the fourth. First down 10 from midfield. Jared Goff under center. Gonna motion Penei Sewell over to be the left tackle. Gonna be a handoff to Craig Reynolds, who's gonna try the left side, gonna get the edge, gonna get up to about the 46-yard line, stay in bounds. Nice gain, about 4 yards there. Second down and 6. Like I said, they're showing Kirby Joseph's play. Like the first one was an overthrow. Second one just a great play by him, reading Brock Purdy's eyes, and then making a play. 5:35 left to go in the fourth. Second down 6. Jared Goff under center. Craig Reynolds in the backfield. They send Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion over to the right. Going to be a play action pass. Throws on the run. It's going to be to Jameson Williams, who's going to get the first down. Stay in bounds. Clock is running. 5:12 left to go in the fourth quarter. First down 10 for the Lions. Jameson Williams, 5 receptions for about 77 yards and those 2 touchdowns as well. Jared Goff, 25 for 33, 299 and 3 touchdowns. I'm hoping for another one, please. Like I said, I'm neck and neck right now. Jared Goff under center, got 2 tight ends to the left. Going to be a handoff to Craig Reynolds, who's got some room and is going to get to about the 30, 33, 35 yard line. Nice game, about 5 yards there. Going to be second down and 5. 4:25 left to go in the fourth. Still 34-28. Yeah, 34-28. I don't know what they're playing in the stadium. It was kind of nice. All right, it's actually 4-yard gain, second down 6. 4:05 left to go in the fourth. Jared Goff under center. Got Craig Reynolds in the backfield. Going to send Sam Laporte in motion over to the right. Going to send Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion over to the left. Going to be a play action pass. And going to be dropping off to Sam Laporte, who is going to make a man miss. Get us about the 30-yard line. And it's going to be third down and 2. 3:40 left to go in the 3:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Clock is continuously running. And the Lions, like I said, are trying to ice this game. They're in field goal range, but they can quite literally finish this game off. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they're going to leave Jahmyr Gibbs off the field, let him rest up. I hope so, and that Jared Goff can get himself a touchdown. I'm a little selfish, but that's what I like. Third down and 2. Shotgun formation. Play clock at 3, 2, 1. And going to be handoff to Jefferson, who's going to get it right side up to the 20, up to the 15, 10, 5, and that's a touchdown. Oh, it's Jahmyr Gibbs. Well, okay. Dang it. And with that, I'm going to lose championship. That's fine, though. I had a good run. I got second, so that's fine. It's like... There we go. I for a second, I thought that was Jefferson instead of Jahmyr Gibbs. Daggone. All right, Jake Bates on to kick his extra point. Kick is up, and kick is no good. So it will be 40-28. 2:58 remaining in the fourth. So now it is a 12-point game with 2:58 remaining in the fourth. All right, chaos about to ensue. Tonight for Jahmyr Gibbs, 117 rushing yards, 46 receiving yards, and a touchdown. Waiting for it to restart. Unless something crazy happens, Lions will win this game, be 14-2. Going against the Vikings, they'll be 14-2. Like I said, I'll be streaming that on Sunday night. Returning by Deebo Samuel to 15, 20, 25, and down. Get absolutely smacked by the 27-yard line. Why not just let it play out? Why would you not let... Okay, so they're saying that he was down before the ball popped out. They don't know what's going on. Okay, so Deebo Samuel has it, and it does get popped out. Was he down by contact, though? Oh, well, he's going to be down by contact anyways, so... Yeah, he's down by contact. So not a touchdown. Okay, we're very good. For a second there, I was like, what? I was like, how do they not know what's going on? There you go. First down 10. 2:52 remaining in the fourth. So, like I said, 49ers still technically have a shot, but very, very unlikely. Oh, Emmanuel, where you at right now as far as like points wise? Like, how much do you need? Yeah, I know you were behind by point one before, but there's still technically a shot that with George Kittle being as good as he is, um, you could win. All right, so second down. Oh no, sorry. First down 10 from the 28-yard line. Shotgun formation throws George Kittle up to the 35-yard line. Clock is running though. 2:45 to go in the fourth. 28-40. 49ers rushing. Shotgun formation. Grindo to the right. Drops back to pass. He's got time. Going to check it down to Grindo up to the 40, up to the 45. Out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. First down 10 for the 49ers. 2:30 remains in the fourth quarter. 49ers have all three timeouts as well, so, like I said, still technically a shot. All right, 2:30 remains. First down 10 from the 47-yard line. Brock Purdy in shotgun formation. Isaac Rendo going to help block. And Brock Purdy rolls out to his right, getting pressure, throws on the run, and it is incomplete. Try against Juwan Jennings, but unfortunately, just a little bit too far. Second down 10. 2:22 left to go in the fourth. All right, Brock Purdy in shotgun formation. Isaac Randall to his right. Goes in cowing in a motion. Drops back to pass. Throws for Juwan Jennings. And he stays in bounds for some odd reason. So 2:15 remaining in the fourth. And 2:10, I think it's going to be the last play that they do. Because for someone, like I said, why not get out of bounds to do one more play? Oh, well. 2-minute warning. Third down and 2 when we come back. Still 40-28. So, like I said, Lions should win this one unless something crazy happens. But more than likely it's going to happen that way. Just hope for no Kittle tackles for loss. Okay, good. Up one after being down one. Something happened after the point difference. But we don't know. So George Kittle got himself a reception for about, was it 8 yards or 7 yards? It was a good reception, so that's what happened. George Kittle just basically, just flipped that. While we're waiting, I guess I can look and see. Like I said, I'm more than likely losing, so I'll be off for a little bit. Let's just check and see. Check and see. Yeah, losing by 10. It's alright. It's alright. But, had a shot. Dadgum. I still wish I could remember what I was going to say before. But I can't remember. Like I said, I have a really bad, I almost lost my train of thought there. I have a really bad habit of that, of just absolutely just losing what I was going to say. But it is what it is. Oh, I didn't know what I was going to say. So, I didn't do a recap of the Buccaneers game, mainly because I was going to wait until next week. Because I really do feel like the Panthers were going to lose the last two games. Like I said, we got our momentum win. Once Chuba Hubbard basically went on IR, I was like, okay, that's pretty much the end. That's pretty much the end of our season. Because there's a shot we could have controlled the NFC South, but and also we're really focusing also on draft position. We're not tanking, but we're also making sure that our good players don't suffer like terrible injuries. So, um, uh, I don't mind us sitting, Taylor Moton and also Jim Hubbard for that. Um, but I'll wait till next week and then I'll do like a kind of like recap both those weeks and then an overall like Panthers season. I'm still working on the long form Panthers video, so that should be my next big project. Shotgun formation from Brock Purdy throws and it's gonna be caught by Ricky Pearsall up to the 35-yard line, first down 10, 154 left to go in the fourth quarter. Still all three timeouts. Brock Purdy in a shotgun formation. Everybody set, drop back to pass. Get pressure from the left side, and he's going to get sacked by Brian Branch back at about the 43-yard line. Second down and about, was it 7? Yep. And the 49ers have to call a timeout. 1:36 remaining in the fourth. It's absolutely just manhandled Brock Purdy. All right, so second down and 17, 1:36 remaining in the fourth. Two timeouts for the 49ers. So Purdy's on, for some odd reason, he is on the sideline. Josh Dobbs is in. Oh, they're shaking his hand. So the pass run is in. Oh, my mom became a Packers fan after visiting Green Bay and Lambeau, but both my parents are quite chill fans, so that Broncos-Packers Super Bowl wasn't even ever an issue. Okay, good. Good. Second down and 17. Brock Purdy. Joshua Dobbs throws, and that's going to be caught by Jauan Jennings, who is going to get out of bounds. Yes, he does. He gains 15. It'll be third down to 1:28 remaining in the fourth. Like I said, it helps having like just chill fans. I know sometimes it get a little bit toxic. How some fan bases can be. Like I said, both my parents were Auburn fans, so like that never happened. But I do know some family members, some not family members, some friends that I have had like families divided, and it's sometimes like Iron Bowls would get a little bit heated and stuff like that too. Which I would never be that kind of fan. Like so, like I'm a football fan for sure, but I am not going to make that like a problem for my family, I guess. But I do know that sometimes it can get a little spicy. I guess that's the best way to put it. So technically, Jauan Jennings was down in bounds before the ball hit out of bounds. $129 remaining in the fourth quarter. 10-second runoff make 119 with a third down 2. Probably should have been a face mask on Brian Branch. Luckily, he wasn't on that sack he had. Yeah, 119. So they'll take They'll take the 10-second runoff to cue the timeout. Third down 2. Joshua Dobbs in a shotgun formation. What's going on? Okay. Oh, we're good. We're good. For some reason, it took a little while. All right, third down 2. 119 left to go in the fourth. 2 timeouts for the 49ers. Joshua Dobbs throws, and it's going to be caught by Jauan Jennings. And unfortunately, he was hit back. So the clock is going to run 109, 108, 107 for a time sink. 40-28, shotgun formation. Running back to the left. Josh Dobbs drops back a pass, getting a little pressure, and throws, and it's going to be caught. That's going to be George Kittle up to about the 6-yard line, and 53 seconds remain, and a timeout is called by the 49ers. And obviously, Kyle Shanahan is not happy about the fact that it was called a running clock, but I do believe it was correct. Like I said, I think that he was technically hit back when he was going out of bounds. All right, so 54 seconds remain. One timeout for the 49ers, still down by 12. First and goal from the 6 or 5-yard line. George Kittle was 8 for 112. Pretty good night. Josh Dobbs in a shotgun formation. Going to send Deebo Samuel in a motion over to the right. Drops back a pass. Getting a little pressure. Floats it up for the end zone and incomplete. Try to get Juwan Jennings. But unfortunately, it will be second and goal with 50 seconds remaining. One timeout for the 49ers. As long as I wasn't a Yankees or Cowboys fan, everything was good. But since I grew up watching football with my dad, I fell in love with the Broncos. Well, that makes sense. Like I said, I think that's another thing too. Is like I said, I grew up watching Auburn football with my family. Like I said, none of my other family members were NFL fans for a while. Like my sister became a Steelers fan a good bit a while ago, but I was an NFL fan before she was an NFL fan. And then both my parents are just now kind of getting into NFL. Joshua Dobbs runs for the end zone, and I think he gets it in. Yes, it is. Joshua Dobbs gets a touchdown with 43 seconds remain, one timeout left, and it is going to be 40-34. Extra point ensues for the 49ers. So he gets in? Yes, he does. But that's the reason, like, I was like a huge Auburn fan because like I grew up with that with my parents. And like I said, Panthers just kind of came. Panthers also helped that I did have one friend. He moved sophomore year, but he was also a Panthers fan, and we were the only two Panthers fans pretty much within a good area because everybody else, like, either weren't NFL fans. He missed it. Jake Moody missed extra point. It is 40-34, and the boos are raining down on the 49ers. Technically, still a touchdown will win the game, but just missed it. Missed it right. Well, missed it left, sorry. Well, technically his right, our left. Wow. Okay, so it is 43 seconds remaining. Onside kick will ensue. Yeah. People asked me before. I'm not an MLB. I'll watch MLB, like baseball or stuff like that. Like, also I don't really watch NHL or NBA. I'm really just a football fan, but I'll watch it from time to time. I don't really have a team though, but I'll follow some players. So that's I'm much more well versed on football, but I do know, like, for a lot of people, it's like if you're a Yankees fan, like, you're dead to them. Like, there's a lot of hate for Yankees, and I know obviously in the World Series there was a lot of fan bases that were obviously didn't like that the Dodgers ended up winning, and the kick goes out of bounds, so the game's over. Obviously don't like the fact that the Dodgers won, but they like the fact that the Yankees continue to choke it away. So, there's that. Man, I wish I could watch the Falcons with my family since I'm the only football fan in the house. I need someone to suffer with me. Well, you know what? You can watch me as a Panthers fan suffer and feel like, you know what? At least I'm not a Panthers fan. You know what? Yeah, but I do think it helps having like a friend or somebody like that who's also a fan of your team. But yeah, like I said, being the only, there's a kneel down, and that's going to be the end of the game. Well, they'll do one more kneel down, that'll be the end of the game. Like I said, I had to suffer through a lot of bad losses. Oh no, the one in 2022 where the Steelers ran all over us. I was watching that game and I was devastated. I was like, crap. I was like, that's a blow to us making the playoffs. And then my sister just walks in and she's like, oh, look, Steelers won. I was like, yeah, Lainey, the Steelers won. And she's like, good. I was just like, she's just like looking at me, she's like, good. I'm like, that's, but yeah, no, it like I said, definitely helps having a good community as well. Like I said, there's some Panthers content creators that I follow as well. There's there okay. There are some Panthers content creators that are good. And I'll give them credit. Like I said, PNP, I like PNP, and some of the other ones though can be. I'm trying to think the best way to put this. There are some Panthers fans, content creators that are all about negativity, and to the point where like it's too much. Like I can't imagine trying to have that as like that be my brand. Like there's one in particular that most Panthers fans know. Like don't follow this person because it's just always negative, and a lot of times like it's graphic. Like I just like Panthers Uncensored. I watched one of his videos, just one of his videos, and I was like, this is definitely not for me, because he was comparing it. He was comparing like Bryce Young, to like a woman or something like that, but it was like very very vulgar, and I was just like, I know, I just like I can't follow. That's it, like, and other stuff too, where he was just, being very 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 like negative to the point where it's just like this is way too toxic. And there's other Panthers fans that are like way too knee jerky. Like some will say like a Panthers player who's a relatively unknown will have one good game and say this player is going to be a franchise leading player. They did for Eki Leota, who I loved him coming from Auburn, but it wasn't franchise altering. They did it for Winmore. He had a one good game as a rookie, had a so game. He could still be good, but don't just automatically like be knee jerky and be like, he's going to be the savior of a franchise. But that happens. I used to watch Sheltron when he was he was doing it. He actually did in 2020, I think it was 2021. He also did the interview with Tom Grossi, which is the first time that I've heard of Tom Grossi. That, and then also technically the Jordan Love video. But I didn't really start watching Tom Grossi until after his video talking about his divorce. That was a big moment because I realized like it was not just football, but him also being personal, also being vulnerable, like stood out to me, and I was like, okay, well, let me see what this guy has. And because I said, I seen the previous two, didn't really give it a shot, and then once I saw that, and I actually started watching some of his videos, I became a fan. So that was back in like 2022, but that's another reason why I wanted to start YouTube, was because like there wasn't a lot of Panthers content creators that I really liked, and I was like, a lot of it was the negative because things have just been bad for so long. And so I was like, I want to create a community that's positive. I'm seeing what's happening with Tom Grossi and how he's been able to grow this, absolutely incredible community over years and years and years and years and years of, doing the chaotic good, doing all these things that has shown like not just only the community that he's created, but just like the people inside the community that no matter what team they're part of are just they're unselfish people doing good for others, and like that's the kind of community that I want to build. And I know being a Panthers fans, I don't have like the reach because there's not a lot of Panthers fans out there. Like it'd be better if I was like a bigger market team, but I think that me just being me, if I can get better with scheduling, if I get to get better like getting videos out on the schedule, then like who knows where this YouTube's gonna go. Obviously, I'll still be teaching. Well, I got to first begin teaching, so I'll be doing internship, and then I can become a teacher. But I'll still be doing that and YouTube. Like I said, I'm very passionate about also teaching, but also helping out people. Um, and then also like this is kind of like creative outlet for me. I don't know why I'm rambling, but there's a couple of different reasons why I started this YouTube channel. I had idea for Basement for a very long time, and it's kind of evolved as it happened. Like I had the idea back when I was a senior in high school in 2018, and then finally got the guts to be able to do it. One of the other pushing off points was somebody that I really respected, and Shannon Sharp. When Victor Wembanyama came into the league when he got drafted, like I said, I respected Shannon Sharp's opinion. But what really drove me was him saying that you can't treat these young people like you did back in the day. Like basically almost like babying people who are around my age. And I was just like, there's a disconnect. And someone, like I said, I'm 24, so like I'm around this age of a lot of like the young quarterbacks. Like I'm the same age as Bryce. I'm the same age as Jaden Daniels. I'm the same age as C.J. Stroud. Like I'm the same age as a lot of these young quarterbacks that are growing up, that are basically going to becoming the future stars in the NFL. And I remember that feeling of just like, you're discrediting and you're basically almost like going to ruin a person. You're going to ruin a player if you do treat the person differently. Like, no, like young people want, they might not show it, but they do want guidance. And if you just let them, do whatever they want or treat them differently and just have them like a very long leash, that's not going to help. That's not going to help the situation. So like, that's where another reason why I was like, okay, I could go from the angle of me being a younger person, me being the same mindset because everyone groups Gen Z all in the same exact category, but knowing that being close in age, being young, being a young mind, maybe that might be a little bit different than a lot of other content creators that are saying. A lot of them are in their 30s, a lot of them are in their 40s, and of course Shannon Sharp, he's what 50 something, so like he's also a little older. But that also took me of like, there's a need for younger voices who might be inexperienced. So I'm gonna say some stuff that I probably that might come back to haunt me. But in the end, like it still gives a good perspective. I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but it kind of like there's been different stages of why I started the YouTube. Let's see here. I'm back a little bit. So let's see. Man, I wish I could have watched. Let's see. That's where I left off. Okay. Sorry. Had a burp there. Luckily, my sister had a kid recently, so I'm gonna convert her into a Falcons fan. I'm gonna save her from my niece's dad's side of the family since they are Titans and Bears fans. Ooh. Dobie can tell you about that with a Bears fan. I have it bad, but not that bad. I wish you luck with your niece, Emmanuel. Absolutely. That Gibbs touchdown, no good. Yeah, that definitely hurt me. Hopefully they keep feeding St. Brown. Oh, that was before the game ended. Thanks, Zoe. I'm gonna do my best to keep her football fandom to a local bottom feeder. I feel your pain, though. There's really only one or two people in my social circle I can talk football with. Well, you always have this. Like I said, I want this YouTube channel to be a community where everybody can talk about football. Like I said, I'm nowhere near my monetization, but also like I'm never gonna try to put anything behind a paywall. Like anybody can comment whatever. Well, okay, no hate speech. There's gonna be a time where I'm gonna have a bot or something like that. I gotta figure out how to knock them out because I don't know nothing about how to take people out of the chat. I haven't figured that out yet. Like so, I'm still very not tech savvy. Um, but I want people to be able to like comment whatever their football feelings about in the videos. I want people to be able to you know have this community to be able to talk to one another about how they're feeling about their fan base about that kind of thing, and be able to feel like they're heard. That's the other thing too that I really want to do, because the whole reason why I did the basement series, or I had the idea of the basement series, was that I felt that a lot of teams were not getting talked about. A lot of teams that didn't have the big markets, all that kind of stuff, just kind of got thrown to the wayside because, as I stated before, I'm a Panthers fan, but I also was technically a Lions and a Ravens fan because I also followed those teams because they're my other teams, I guess you could say. Some people have an AFC team. I had an AFC and NFC team where I also kind of watched, and I saw obviously the Lions continue to be a bottom dweller, and no one really talked about them. No one gave them credibility, credit. And so I was like, I want to talk about them. I wanted to talk about the Browns. So those were the really first two people that I thought of when doing the basement series. And then seeing how the Lions have gone, that's also crazy too. Seeing how the Lions have also grown is, inspiring for a lot of other fan bases who might be down in the dumps. Seeing that in too short, really, basically 2.5 years, that second half of that 2022 season, the Lions go on that run. They go 9-8, and then the very next year they make it all the way to the NFC Championship game, and then this year they win 14 games, one more game away from getting the first overall seed or fifth seed. But they still have they still are showing it was not a flop. They're a legit contender, and that's what's crazy about it. Is with good drafting, with confidence in your front office, and also with your head coach, good things can happen, but it takes patience. And that's why I'm willing to have patience with Dave Canales, with Dana Morgan, because I truly believe that we're on the right path. I don't think this is a Matt Rule situation where I was really hopeful. I was really hopeful. And we'll just see how this progresses. I'm still watching the highlights and whatnot. They're showing the commercial, the Coca-Cola, the Coca-Cola AI commercial. I'm still surprised they're still showing that because they have been getting roasted because of that. There's that one soda company that's making fun of them. I was surprised it wasn't Pepsi, but it's not Pepsi. It's some soda that says they're real. They don't add any additives or whatnot. But they actually they roast Coca-Cola in that. That's a little bit off. Where was he at? Okay. Emmanuel, Zoe, same. I only got 2 friends that are football fans, and they are Bills and Steelers fans. Bills fans also a Bama fan, so weird combo, especially since we are in Georgia. Yeah. Well, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like I said, I'm in Alabama, so it makes sense that there's a lot of Alabama fans around me. Auburn fan. There's some Georgia fans too, but yeah, I can understand that. Bama fans are a different breed. I don't like how a lot of football fans here don't support the Falcons and clown on me and others for being Falcons fans. A lot of them could be former Falcons fans that just got sick and tired of the constant collapsing. I mean, Braves fans at least had the 90s, and then now they have now. But for a very long time, there's also because my friends were Braves fans, and they were just it's just constant, just can't get over the hump. And then you finally did get over the hump. So there's some Falcons fans that are trying to stick with them. They're we can finally get over the hump. But there's some Falcons fans that I know after 2016 what happened then, and then 2017 last time making the playoffs, and it's been just continuous, so close, not making it, and some of them have just given up and they switched. So I get that aspect, but I still I'm not gonna. Well, I do clown on Falcons fans, but that's all because what happened to me in 2016. I've already talked to Emmanuel. I said this about Emmanuel, not about Emmanuel, but I said this about Falcons fans to Emmanuel earlier. But what happened in 2015, where the Panthers lost the Super Bowl, I got dogged on by so many Falcons fans because a lot of my friends are Falcons fans and also people in school because they knew that I was a Panthers fan. That in 2016, when they lost the Super Bowl, that was the most satisfactory. That was the most satisfaction in the game that I've ever witnessed, where I had no dog in the fight. Because I got to see a lot of Falcons fans that were the same as the ones that were dogging me that previous year, just see their souls get absolutely ripped. It's a sad thing to be happy when someone else is sad, but when you've experienced pain from that person because they kept on dogging you, kept on talking about the team that you loved and all that kind of stuff, seeing them get the same exact treatment, that was satisfactory. But yeah, I can get why there's a lot of Georgia fans that are clowning the Falcons because it's been a while since they've been relevant, and Georgia has been winning national championships. So there is that being able to, well, Georgia can win, the Braves won, but the Falcons just choking it away, that kind of thing. But it can also be worse than that. Let's see here. The Falcons are the local team. I know that we haven't had success in years and that we're the chokers in the NFL, but we are loyal, and that's more than you can say about other fan bases. Absolutely. I think that's a good question. Who is the most unloyal fan base? As a Carolina Panthers fan, I would say Panthers is a little bit unloyal, which some people are going to crucify me for, but I will say that Panthers fans can be very unloyal because of all the problems that we've been through, and also they'll absolutely turn on a dime. They'll say Bryce is the savior one a week, and then the very next week after the bad Cowboys game, well, I knew he's a bust, that kind of thing. So even though some Panthers fans will hate me for saying that, I'll say Panthers fans. Try to be the other two most unloyal fan bases. Part of me wants to say Rams, but it's because they were they were wrong. So kind of not really on them, but a lot of Rams fans from St. Louis are now just Battlehawks fans because they feel like the team abandoned them, which technically they did. But maybe them. Like I said, I'm not really good at seeing who's the most unloyal. I thought I'd be able to just come up with it on the spot, but I can't really. But I would put the Panthers up in the top 3 at least. Like I said, I know some Panthers fans are not going to be happy that I say that, but to me, that's true. Let's see here. I do get not wanting to want to be Falcons fans given the lack of success in the last 7 years. I was a football fan for 2 years before committing to the Falcons. I only committed after we fired Smith. Well, that makes sense. Did you win fantasy? No, I lost by 10 points, unfortunately, Like I said, Jahmyr Gibbs, his last run pretty much lost me the game because I was down by 0.1, and that pretty much won the game for the first overall seed. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So success. Like I said, I really do think that the Falcons could be on a good path. Obviously, Penix looked good last week. Made some mistakes here and there, and some bad overthrows. But I think some of that's going to come with time. I think with not only summer workouts, but also fall. Um, Getting more chemistry with the ones because you're taking a lot more one rep because they're going to let go of Kirk. I think that Michael Penix has a shot of becoming a really good quarterback. I was really concerned about his injury history. That's the reason why I couldn't have full faith that he was going to work on the NFL because like it's a it that injury history just is a lot. But I do want him to be good. Like yes, I had him as my quarterback 5, but like technically I had JJ McCarthy as quarterback 6, and I was like, hey, with some time he could still be good. So like this 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 rookie quarterback class can go down. Is it going to be as good as 2020? Maybe not, but it can still be really, really good, really good. And we'll see with Michael Penix. Like I said, he's got to guess the Panthers next week. Should be easy win for them. Basically, good practice reps. And there is optimism with the Falcons if you can absolutely go after an edge rusher with your first round pick. We've joked, Emmanuel, that if y'all just gotten Jared first, but then again, you would have been stuck with Kirk Cousins. So who knows? You know what? It might be the blessing in disguise. We still don't know. Still time will tell. But I think the Falcons could be in a good path if this draft if this draft class is just good enough with good depth, especially on the defense. I think there's a chance that you can actually win the division next year if you don't choke it away like you did this year. Yeah, so close next year. Yeah, Penix has really impressed me so far. Obviously, he's a rookie, so there will be ups and downs. But so far, he's been looking pretty good. Exactly, like I said. Bo Nix look impressive as well. So is Michael Penix. Bo Nix has had a little bit more experience because of the fact that he's been starting the whole entire year. But I think I might have said it in the podcast. I don't remember exactly what all I said in the podcast, but like I believe both of them they didn't have the highest of ceilings, but they had pretty high floors of being just really good quality quarterback play. And so far, it's been proven. Like I said, Bo Nix has the ups and downs, but for the most part, it's been like, hey, you know what? He's young. He's made some mistakes, but he's been looking good. Michael Penix only had 2 games, but it was against the Giants, which were pretty easy. And his pick really shouldn't have been a pick. It was mainly just Kyle Pitts just throwing in the ball. And then last game, you come in clutch. You scored to tie the game. And basically, if it hadn't been for Raheem Morris making some dumb time management situation, you could have gotten to a pretty easier field goal, and you might have won that game. That's still hypotheticals, but I've been impressed with Michael Penix. We'll see how it continues in the next game, but who knows? The order of the rookies quarterback got drafted this year was my ranking of them. That was the same thing for me. I had Penix. No, it wasn't because I had Bo Nix as 4, and then Penix as 5, and JJ McCarthy as 6. I had Penix as my QB4, have JJ and Bo Nix. Now I'm glad we drafted him. Just wish we paid a DE instead of Kurt. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of different ways to read into it. We've talked about like ad nauseum. We talk about the contract and all that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, if you forget your franchise quarterback, that's all that matters. Like everything that we traded to get Bryce Young, if Bryce Young is the guy, it does not matter. Now, would it have helped if we had DJ Moore? Absolutely. Would it have helped if we had our second round pick this year? Absolutely. But you get your guy. If it works out, you have your guy for at least 10 years, maybe 15, who knows how long, and you build up your team around him with all the other picks you've had. If you're just successful in getting depth, getting quality players for rookie deals, like a GM should, then you're okay. But with as bad as our drafts have been with Federer, outside of the first one, Like I said, I'll in the big long Panthers video, I will talk about Fedora's drafts because they have been very much missed. But there was one, that was 2021, where it did work out for the most part. There was also Terrace Marshall Jr., but outside of that, the first couple of picks have been really, really, really good for us. I believe in Dan Morgan that this upcoming draft will be best player available. We're not going to be reaching on a lot of stuff because we'll have either addressed it in the previous draft or we'll address it in free agency. We're not hoping and praying this one player comes down to us. I'm hopeful. And I think that we're on the. I think a lot of teams are on the right path. There's only a few teams where I feel like it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better. The Jets are on that track, and so are the technically the Cowboys. The only reason why I'm saying it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better is because I really feel like, though I wanted them to go into a slight rebuild, they committed to paying Dak, so they have a lot of money put up into a couple of players because they're also going to pay Micah Parsons. And it makes it very difficult when your drafts have not been as good as they have been in the past. I don't have a lot of faith in the Cowboys turning it around with the same exact coaching staff. They keep the same exact coaching staff, and with no other significant changes as far as like trades to accrue more picks or actually hitting on their picks. Let's see here. You know what? With the pass rusher improving after the bye, and this year being a deep DE class, I don't care about Curtis Capit. Exactly like I said, the Falcons are absolutely going to be able to get a DE edge rusher in this first round pick because it's so deep. Plus, also, you can, with your second round pick, you can also get a really good interior defensive lineman. So you can also help out by replacing, Gray Jarrett, who's also getting up there in age. You can help, that rotation where Rickaroro has been, iffy, but he's been ups and has had his ups and downs. And it's like you can with this draft be put in a good position. So I think I said that before, but I'm going to reiterate that right now. We could have been better, but that's just hypothetically. Draft defense, just the offense is solid right now. Cut Kurt Prejude first, yes. So we free up some space for 2026. Exactly. Totally agree with you there, Emmanuel. And who knows, maybe sitting behind Kirk has been helpful for Penix, at least for this year. Exactly like I said. I think a lot of times we'll pull up the hypotheticals of like, oh, Falcons would have easily won the South if they just started Penix the whole entire year. Well, you don't know. Maybe, him sitting behind, learning, not feeling the pressure of, winning immediately. Same exact thing for Drake May, sitting behind Jacob Brissett, not feeling forced to be the guy from the jump. You'll lose a good bit of games, so, really the season's kind of over, but it's also in a way of, you're not really worrying about wins or losses. You're really worrying about showing off, hey, am I the guy? Am I not the guy? You make some good plays. Sure, you have some bumps in the road, but you make some plays and make the fan base believe you could be the one. Like I said, we don't know how Michael Penix was done at the beginning of the season if he had started the whole entire season. We don't even know how J.J. McCarthy would have been if he never got injured. We don't know. It's the same exact way with, okay, let's just say that Patrick Mahomes should have started from the very beginning. He would have, already passed all the records if he had just started his rookie year and not sat for a whole entire season. He himself has even said, he needed that rookie year sitting behind Alex Smith learning the ropes, learning what it means to be an NFL QB for him to basically hit the ground running from 2018 on. I believe this is kind of a similar situation with Mike. Not I'm going to say Michael Penix. Patrick Holmes is not going to say that. No. But sitting behind a veteran, learning the ropes, not feeling that pressure of being the starter, and really being able to transition into the NFL at a slow rate, I think that's very helpful. You saw it with Bryce. Bryce had a terrible rookie season. Some of it's on him. Some of it's on the coaching staff that are backstabbing each other because there's so many cooks in the kitchen. And then at the beginning of the season, he looked like a deer in headlights. They benched him. They had him look at Andy Dalton, seeing how the quarterback, goes through progressions, takes the time off, takes the heat off. Also, give him the vote of confidence that you should do, and he's flourished ever since coming back. So there's a lot of different ways you can handle a quarterback situation. A lot of bad ones, a lot of good ones, and I think for the most part, how the three teams are the Broncos, the Falcons, and the Panthers have handled their quarterback situations, all different, have worked out in their own way. Signing Kirk was good in one way. It helped show Penix what not to do. Yeah, the first half. Yeah, no, that's true. Well, okay. Well, then I guess you don't want Michael Penix to throw for 500 passing yards and how many touchdowns. There's two sides of that. There was good Kirk Cousins when he was playing against the Buccaneers, and there was bad Kirk Cousins as well. So yeah, no, absolutely. I think, and I pointed this out in the Falcons Raiders game. Just like his footwork was really really bad, and just limited play calling. But I think as season progressed, teams started to catch up to it, and you obviously saw he wasn't having his miraculous not miraculous, but his amazing games that he was having, and he regressed really really hard. But I can see what you're talking. I can see where you're coming from, Emmanuel. I wish Kirk could have retired a Falcon. He's really likable. He has the single game passing record now. Exactly. All Kirk jokes I make are just that, jokes. Kirk Cousins. I'll never forget 2024 Kirktober. Absolutely. October Kirk Cousins went. Oh man, y'all were what 6-3? Well, it's still going in November. But the fact you were man, I don't want to. I'm sorry to bring that up, but the fact you were 6-3, basically had the division, and then you pulled a 2022 Titans of 2023 Jaguars, and just I wonder who's going to have it to next year. Okay, both South divisions, so I guess it's going to happen to another NFC South team. It's got to be 2-2. 2022 Titans crumpled, 2023 Jaguars crumpled, 2024 Falcons crumpled. Who's going to be in 2025? Let's hope it's the Buccaneers. I will say this. Because I haven't talked about the Buccaneers game. I have talked about how for most of my fandom of the Panthers, that I have not I've not really hated the Buccaneers because they just haven't really been good during my time of being a Panthers fan. I'm starting to get in that path where I'm like, I can't not hate you anymore. I know it's a double negative. I know English teacher will be upset with me. But as much as I like the players, I respect Mike Evans. I like the fact that Baker is playing well. The fact that you've dominated the South, I can't deny anymore. I'm starting to get a little bit where I'm ticked off with the Buccaneers. Because it's too much. It's too much. I didn't mind you having the Tom Brady years. You won a Super Bowl. Good for you. You had a really good year with Baker. And now, again, you're probably going to win the division for the fifth time in a row. Right? Hold a second. Let's see. 2021, 22, 23, 24. So fourth time in a row. Sorry. Fourth time in a row. Yeah, I can't just let that slide. Just saying. Where were we? Oh yeah. I'll also never forget that five stretch of one touchdown, 9 interceptions. That's neither here nor there. It is funny that we did also stream Kirk's final game as a Falcon. That was an interesting game for sure. Um, he truly brought the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Absolutely, Zoe. Kirk, I wish you luck wherever you go. Hopefully the Titans, because I think that's just the funniest place. That would be funny. Okay. If what's his name? Starts with the A. He wasn't in here tonight. Anavalex. I think it was Anavalex. If he was in there, because he's a Titans fan. I was talking about if Sam Darnold somehow leaves the Vikings, but at this point, I don't think it's going to happen. Like the Titans would absolutely fork the most money over to try to get him. But if Kirk went to Nashville, that's different. That's for sure a difference. He would fit right in if he put some boots on. Oh my gosh, if it's in his introductory press conference, he has some boots and a big old cowboy hat. Oh my gosh, that would be kind of funny. That would be kind of funny. I mean, at this, like I said, in this point in his career, he's just a bridge quarterback, but he's also coming off an injury. So, like, how much does he really want to get paid? Because he's going to get paid by the Falcons regardless. So he can kind of, honestly, he can probably go for a little bit cheaper. So that helps. But basically, you have just like an old offense. You got some youngsters, especially on the offensive line, but you got like, Calvin Ridley, who's like almost 29. It's so crazy to think. Tyler Boyd's almost 30. Who's the other old one? There's another old player. Well, there was D Hop. Now he's not on there. He's on the Chiefs. Oh, there's somebody else that I'm thinking of. A little bit older. I can't remember. Zoe, that's the Kirk Cousins experience. 0 touchdowns week 4, 500 yards and 4 touchdowns and 1 reception week 5 was a crazy roller coaster. Absolutely. Gotta go. Maritep is spiking. Okay, Dobie. I'll see you later. Bye, Dobie. Kirk would have to go somewhere with a decent to good offensive line. I don't think he wants to risk his future after football for a team like the Raiders or Giants. Yeah, absolutely. I could see. Okay, so if not the Titans, who else has a quarterback position? He could go to the Browns. Imagine a quarterback room with Kirk Cousins and Deshaun Watson. Just two opposites as far as how they're seen in the media and how they're seen by the fan base. Like that would be interesting dichotomy. Like I said, Browns' offensive line is not the best, but they're better than the Giants and the Raiders, I would say. You got some weapons. You got a good defense. See, where else could Kurt play? No, all young quarterbacks. NFC South, he's not going anywhere else in the NFC South. So no AFC, no NFC South, AFC East. No, I mean, sure he could go to the Jets, but no. NFC East, no. because either they're either like set their quarterback or they're not going Kirk. Um, see the North, NFC North, no. AFC North depends what happens with Russell Wilson. Um, no, outside like the Browns, like I said. The West, no, and then NFC West. Heck, you could always bring Kirk Cousins back to Kyle Shanahan. That's what you could do because they wanted to do it beforehand, and it didn't happen. So you could always just do it again. Let's see here. Any chance he ends up on the Browns? The sheer disparity in vibes of the quarterback block. Absolutely. That's what I said. I was like, that would be wild because even if Kirk is terrible, at least Browns fans could be like, you know what? At least it's not Sean Watson. Kirk Cousins and Massage Watson in the same locker room arguing about politics while Jameis Winston is in the corner prepping his pregame hype speech about the snow. That would, and then DTR is just sitting there, just by himself. Just, I feel like DTR is a very quiet person. I don't know. I get that vibe from him. That would be a very interesting quarterback room. However, James Winston is a free agent, so Jameis Winston, famous Jameis, who is he going to motivate now? Hmm. Famous Jameis could go to the Falcons. Just complete the circle. I mean, you're not yet. He hasn't yet made it to the Panthers, but just come back to the NFC South. Basically, just come on back. Come on back. We need you back in the NFC South. I want Jameis Winston backing up Michael Penix. Don't you like it, Emmanuel? Because I like it. Jameis Winston fits so well in Atlanta. I would, I would love to see, Michael Penix absolutely just torches, the Saints, and then Jameis Winston comes in for cleanup crew. It's 41-7, and instead of taking a knee, he hands the ball off to Tyler Algier, and then you can just stick it to the Saints. It just comes full circle. It comes full circle, Emmanuel. It can still happen. Four QBs of all time in the Browns locker room if Kirk signs there. Like I said, that could happen if they re-sign Jameis Winston. But I'm telling you, Jameis Winston, Falcons Saints hate each other. You have James Winston do the same exact thing, hand the ball off to Tyler Algier to go up by like 40. I'm trying to breathe it into existence, Emmanuel. Trying to breathe it into existence. Bring James back. For sure, absolutely. Oh man. I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of movement for the NFL, the free agency. Like I said, I like that. That's my favorite time of the year, free agency and draft. Like I said, shameless plug. Gridiron Gurus. Me and Luke will talk more about after Super Bowl. We'll talk about free agency for each team from each division, and we'll do the same thing for the draft as well, like draft needs and stuff like that. We really like doing that because, there's so many different avenues. I was completely wrong with the Cowboys because when he said all in, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make it to where you could go all in and get you Derrick Henry and get you everything that you need. And they still didn't. But, you know what? It's fine, though, Cowboys fans, because you're still in a good position so you can take Genty. I don't think they should, but they're probably going to. Ooh. I low-key hope the Browns keep Jameis for team and fan base morale. That would be nice. Obviously, like you said, you need a locker room guy, and you're not going to get that from Deshaun Watson, so you need somebody. And you also kind of like that. Not okay. So Amari Cooper was never like a vocal guy. Like he was also a little bit quiet guy, but also kind of like lead by example. So he's gone as well. So you're losing a lot of your veteran leadership. So it would be nice to have James Winston for like just the positive vibes in general. But you could replace that with Kirk Cousins. He is such a positive person. You like that? I think the Browns would just absolutely love that. And they bring James back to Atlanta. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Bring him back south. I already had to watch the high end model of unpredictable quarterbacks. Not trying to see the low end of that spectrum. Jameis is always more fun for outside fans than fans of whatever team he is on. I didn't say he was starting, but I want to see him back in the South. I mean, obviously, Michael Penix Jr. is going to be the starter. I mean, you're not going to start James Winston, but you have him on the team, you have him on cleanup crew, and the Saints. I am almost betting that they're going to be absolutely horrible, depending on who they get as coach. I think there's a chance they can still be competitive with a depleted roster because, oh my gosh, have y'all seen? I mean, it's nothing new, but have y'all seen how much they're over the cap? I looked at this the other day. Let me pull it up. But the Saints are so far over the cap, and I really have tried my best to figure out how they are going to get out of this one this time. Because they just move money, keep on moving money down, and out of sight, out of mind. But this time, I don't know how they're going to do it. Okay, so this year, they have $3.6 million to work with. Good. It's in the season. That's going to roll over into next year. How much do you have next year? Well, as per usual, they don't have any in cap space. So, okay, well, how far have we dug a hole? $63 million under the cap. Over the cap, sorry. $63.761756 million over the cap. So with that cap rolling over, you're still $60 million over the cap. Now, granted, the cap space can grow. So you know what? That 60 million could be 50 million. Let's say it is. Do you realize how much money they have in my TV just won't turn off. Do you know how much money they have in like their old players? Let me just hide this. I don't want to see the okay, whatever. They got in cap number. 10 million to Alvin Kamara, which isn't too bad, but then it balloons up later in his contract. 20 million to 36-year-old Cameron Jordan, and not mind you, Alvin Kamara will also be 30. $51 million to 34-year-old Derek Carr. $29 million to 31-year-old Ryan Ramczyk. $17.9 million to 35-year-old Taysom Hill. $12.48 million to 36-year-old Demario Davis. 36. $13.7 million to 28-year-old Eric McCoy. Good. You invested in a good offensive lineman who, unfortunately, obviously injured a little bit. $11.3 million into 33-year-old Tyrann Mathieu. $6.1 million into Chris Olave, obviously your first-round pick. $11.7 million into Carl Granderson, who is 29 years old. I did not think he was that old. $3.9 million to Jamal Williams, who's 30, your backup running back. $12.25 million into Cesar Ruiz. And it just continues on where it's like $4 to $6 million in a lot of these players. So there's not a lot you can move. Technically, you still have a cap hit to Chase Young, which is crazy. You still have a $9 million cap hit. Chase Young, You just move money down. So let's say like you should restructure deals. Okay. Well, if you try to restructure Alvin Kamara, it only moves 1.38 million, so that's not going to be that good. Let's try to restructure Cameron Jordan. Okay, you're gonna do almost 9 million. Okay, good. So that restructures, and then what does that move to 2026? Oh, you're still paying him, but he's not technically on the roster anymore. Okay, well, you're still just paying him. Let's say you restructure Derek Carr because you need to save as much money as possible, and that will be 30 million that you can restructure, and then you'll still be 23 million over. Okay, how much does that make it 2026? Oh, $69 million cap hit for Derek Carr if you restructure his contract. That is insane. That's insane. Let's say Ryan Ramczyk. Let's see what you're going to do with Ryan Ramczyk. Okay, let's see restructure his contract. Okay, you're going to get $12 million. Let's see what his contract is going to be worth. $30 million for Ryan Ramczyk in 2026. Like I said, there you can just keep on trying to move that money over, but that means that in 2026 you're already setting yourself up for failure for being $45 million that you have to work with. And that's not even counting all the contracts that you do in this season, all the rookies you sign in this season. Like the Saints cap situation, they have to just eat it. They have to do what the Rams did, where the Rams did not get Brian Burns. And I talked about that in the Brian Burns, like, where are we now trade video. The where are we now after we traded Brian Burns. The Rams made the smart decision in eating the cap, and they still had a pretty good season where they made it to the playoffs because their rookie class was so good. Their rookie class was so good, they were able to eat a lot of that cap space, and then Aaron Donald retired. But you're able to, not keep on booting you're kicking the can down the road, and you're putting yourself in a good position. But because the Saints for so long didn't, they're in a terrible position, and it's going to come down to them finally looking themselves in the mirror and be like, you know what? I'm the problem. It's me. I need to do something about it. And it ticks me off every single time because people say, oh, the cap isn't real because the Saints what the Saints do. You got to pay the piper someday, and they got to do it now. Sorry about bringing that up, but still. Yeah. Where we at? Oh, yeah. Saints cap situation is insane. James Winston revenge tour of the NFC South and backing up Penix is something I would like. Exactly. Our quarterback 3 right now. The future quarterback 2 is the rookie undrafted free agent. As bad as cutting Kirk is a bad cap situation, I'm glad it's not the Saints cap space. Exactly. I pray that the Saints continue to kick the cap down the road and they continue to sign old mid players. They could. When was the Saints' last good free agent signing? Someone worth the money and the cap held. Ooh. That is a really good question. I was very critical of the Chase Young pickup last season. Let's see, free agent move. The one that kind of all starts it is the Bird signing in 2014. I want to do a Saints video if they finally decide to not kick a cap down the road. When they finally decide to do a lot of cuts, that's when I'll start making the Saints video. Obviously, I did the Panthers video first, but I'll do how we got here. I'll start with the Bird signing where they start restructuring deals when they start doing so, because they're still in the twilight of Drew Brees' career. That 2017 draft class changes everything for them because they feel like this is the Super Bowl window, and then they don't make it, but then they don't do the right thing and retool at least. They just keep on going after Drew Brees retired. And I want to make a video because I think it would do well, but also because I've had the same exact frustration for a very long time because they just kept on getting credit for, oh, they're making savvy moves. No, they were not. But let's see, when was the last time? We are going, a long time past the game, but I'm enjoying this conversation that we've been having. Saints, It might have an article talking about past free agent moves. Sure. Past free agent signings. Tyrann Mathieu. Tyrann Mathieu's worked out. I'll give him that. Let's see here. Oh, let's look at Sean Payton. Under Sean Payton. So let's go from. All right, so 2020, they got Emmanuel Sanders, Malcolm Jenkins, Michael Burton. 2019, they did get Jared Cook. That was a good one. He was older, and Latavius Murray. That's also a really good one too. Demario Davis, but then 2018 he wasn't that old. Actually, no. See, if he's 36, going to be 36 next year, 2025, 7 years. So he was 29 when they signed him because he was at the Jets, I think. Wasn't Demario Davis? Yeah. So Demario Davis was 2018, that's a wild thing, but I thought he was, it'd been a while. No, not 2017. 2016, yeah, Nick Fairley. No. Jarius Byrd is one I'm talking about. I forgot they got Champ Bailey. Goodness gracious, 2014 they got Champ Bailey. That's wild to think about. But yeah, I would say Demario Davis 2018 and Jared Cook 2019. I would say those are two good free agent signings that the Saints have had. I saw an interesting breakdown of the Saints cap situation on the Bootleg Football podcast. Bootleg Football podcast, really good. Brett Coleman and EJ Snyder. So Brett, I've watched Brett. Oh gosh, probably for about 6 or 7 years now. And then Bootleg, I found 2 or 3 years ago. Around the time I first kind of started, I've Bootleg. Yeah, Bootleg Football Podcast. In case you don't know, really good. Brett Coleman, he has his own YouTube channel. He's had a lot of football breakdown videos for that too. Really, really good quality. Like I can only dream of trying to get anywhere close to the kind of quality videos that he makes. Like editing wise, all that kind of stuff. His earlier videos, he also had obviously, man, you can't because you're 15, but really great, like smooth kind of videos that at the beginning they talk about they had a little cocktail for each video, which is kind of cool. But he does great videos, and then also EJ Snyder, both of them bounce off each other really well. People that I really respect their opinions on. There have been times where I've been not agreeing with their opinion on a certain player, and sometimes it worked out for me. Sometimes sometimes I had a different opinion of them. Watch them, look back at the film, kind of saw where they were coming from, and I started to be a little bit more. I started to like the player a little more. One of them was Bucky Irvin. Initially, I wasn't very high on him because of his size. And there were some things where I was just like, it's a Pac-12, But more and more that they were pushing Bucky Irvin, they were like, no, he looked really, really good. Look back at it, and I was like, you're right. And he ended up being my quarterback, my running back 4, I think. But yeah, they're absolutely great. The recent one they did was talking about the playoffs. Like I said, is around this time. But yeah, Bootleg's really good. I actually have all the football podcasts and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, both Luke and I need to be better on timing wise for the Gridiron Gurus. We usually do weekly predictions then. But another good football podcast as well If you just want somebody, just like you said, like very very funny, raw room, but they like I said they're very good. Darren Bates, who is not on there right now because he's the special teams coordinator for the Panthers. He started a podcast. He has King Dunlap, former Auburn offensive tackle as well. So was Darren Bates, was Auburn linebacker. Um, and also Jalen Collins, former LSU cornerback. He was also like Atlanta Falcons corner. Um, and then like their childhood friend, Sweet, like they are so funny, but they also like are like whole part of the raw room is just being like completely raw with like your takes. And sometimes they don't have the best takes, but like it's a very very entertaining podcast. When Darren Bates gets back on, like after the season is done, like it's absolutely amazing. I found them the month before Darren Bates got on to Bussin' with the Boys. That's when I started watching Raw Room. They're like at 47,000 now. They're like 200 something thousand. Um, but they're really funny. Um, love like I said, love watching like they have like little snippets, but also have like the full episodes. Um, Other good like I said, Bootleg's pretty good. Individual Stock Exchange pretty good as well. Football podcast. Um, Trevor Sigma and what's the other guy's name? I feel bad. I can't remember that guy's name. They're really good. They do with like they do with like they work with PFF. Um, Obviously GPS, Tom Grossi and Brady Perna. Um, trying to think other NFL podcasts that I watch. That's about it. Um, I think I'm about to shut it down. Like I said, uh, we've been gone off for a good little bit. But I enjoy it. I really do. Like I said, I love talking with y'all. This is like very very fun. It's a very long day at work, but I gotta start it down because I'm getting ready for tomorrow. Long day at work, and then celebrating ringing in the new year. So I'll see you in 2025. Like I said, I'll be streaming Saturday night Steelers versus the Bengals, and then Sunday night Vikings versus Lions. So I really look forward to that. But I looked at the time and I was like, crap, I gotta get ready to go. So thank you so much for a great stream, even though unfortunately, like I said, it got broken too because I was dumb. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. I'll see you in the next one. I'll have out the basement of the penthouse video. I'm hoping y'all really really love it, and I will see y'all